Actually a little nervous for my first ever YouTube video. Oh. As you guessed by the title, today I want to talk a bit about Heretic flag. I want to get on my soapbox a little bit because I'm searching at high level hardcore and players still don't know how to play this game type. Before we get into it, we have a little bit of housekeeping. Gotta give you guys a disclaimer, and remember throughout this video, all the advice you'll hear is entirely situational. Situations change very quickly in Halo 3, so you gotta be adaptable and know when to switch things up. Let's go over the 3 rules of flag running before we get into the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of this video. 1. Know the spawns. You got to know the key spawn areas on the map, and that's one of the first things we'll look at in this video. Remember that enemies will spawn together in groups, and you also got to know when to pull the flag. That's rule number 1. Good rule of thumb of when to run a flag: 3 or more dead, or if you feel like you snuck in behind, just 2 dead. Second rule of flag running: know where your teammates are. You gotta run towards your team. They're gonna give you cover, they're gonna keep you alive and provide you a distraction. What spawns are they blocking? Obviously you want to run the flag where the enemy is not, right? Makes sense. And the third rule of flag running: know your escape routes. You gotta be able to switch things up if things go south on the fly during the flag run. So let's get into it. Let's jump into my good old friend Microsoft Paint. I don't have the budget to make these YouTube videos just yet, so sometimes we just gotta go basic. So let's talk about the 3 main spawn zones on Heretic. Obviously, you have your 2 bases here, you have your 2 towers, Carbine over here, Pink Tower here, right? If you don't know what this map looks like, you probably haven't played Halo before. The main spawn zones, flag and basement, that's going to be their primary spawn zones, okay? If they ever spawn out, if you ever hear a caster or a player saying they spawned out, it means they spawned one of these next 2 places. We'll even change the color up. That's how high tech we can get. They're going to spawn over here at P1, or they're going to spawn over here at the Carbine Tower. Now this all seems pretty obvious to you, right? So many players I'm seeing now are trying to run the flag through. Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Who thought that tool was a good idea? So many players now I'm seeing are trying to run the flag from flag down to P1. Seems like a good idea, right? Wrong. I'll tell you why. Players can spawn in basement and just come up behind you and shoot you, like, pretty much instantly. If your teammates are over there blocking Carbine and you're running at P1, congrats, they won't spawn P1 in front of you, but they can just spawn basement, come up the Eli, and drill you in the back. That's players' primary flag runs. I'm here to tell you today that Carbine runs are a better idea here in Halo 3. And a lot of you are coming from Halo 5, where the P1 run was so quick, there was so much cover, you could get across the map with the flag very quickly. It just doesn't work in Halo 3. Carbine runs in Halo 5 were pretty much frowned upon. You don't want to run it Carbine, they're going to spawn bubble and shoot you in the back. Think of P1 runs in Halo 3 as the Carbine run in Halo 5. And as tricky as it sounds, you've got to try and think of the Carbine run in Halo 3 as the P1 run in Halo 5. Let me give you guys an example. If you are running this flag through Carbine, where are they going to shoot you from? They then have to overextend front base out into the open. Let me actually change this color right here. I'm a paint noob. Let's go with green. Let's say they spawn basement, they then have to go out front base, come up the Gandhi. So because they have to run out in front of the base, there's so many different angles that player can be shot from, and it makes it so much harder for that player running the flag to be attacked by any of the basement spawners. You compare that with the P1 run, it gives them an open angle through Eli to shoot the player running the flag. And now, you know what, you guys are sick of watching this MS Paint low resolution stuff. Let's hop into some gameplay so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's take a look at this in action in game. As of right now, there's a couple of players dead on the other team, and I'm going to start running this flag. Obviously, I know if there's a couple of players coming off the respawn and they spawn basement, exactly this is going to happen right here. They're going to have to spawn basement, come out the front base, either extend around pink side and take that much more time to get across the map, or they're going to have to come up the front base. And watch what happens to this front base guy right here. As soon as I start running this flag, boom, met with pressure. I drop the flag off because I know they're trying to run a flag of their own, but it just goes to show how hard it is to overextend if you're a basement spawner in comparison to the pink side. And we'll take a little look later on in this game, and bear in mind this is a level 50 game in hardcore matchmaking, how much more difficult it is to run a flag P1 in comparison to Carbine. So let's take an example of a pink run, and this is a prime example of what I'm trying to drill into you guys. It is so much more difficult to run the flag pink side because there are 2 different avenues to attack from. See my teammate here, at the start of this flag run there are 3 guys dead on the other team. He's gonna try and run the flag pink side, and you'll see the basement spawn comes in. It's just so easy to put pressure on. I mean, unless you have a guy on P3 shooting down, it's going to be so simple for those basement players to stop the pink flag run. And this is what I'm trying to get into your guys' head. It's so easy, so easy. You make it easy on the other team if you're running the flag pink side. Here's yet another example of a pink run. My teammate does so well to get that first kill, does the right thing in terms of running it towards teammates spawning P1, but A, there's already a dude on P3, B, there's a dude lifted, and C, there's a guy basement ready for the re anyway. Here is yet another example of a pink flag run gone wrong. All players are just coming off the respawn apart from Cloudy on the other team, and guess where they've spawned? Down here in the basement. Let's see what happens when my teammate tries to run it through pink side. Bear in mind, if they're all coming off the respawn, this should be a very simple Carbine flag run with players watching the front base. But instead, my teammate takes it pink, and let's see what happens. Boom. So 1 player lifts, 2 players lift, 3 players lift. It's just too easy. Even if those 3 players don't lift, there's still a player ready to pressure from the Eli. It's just too simple to stop pink flag runs. Oh, guess what? It's that boy Wonder coming at once again through the pink side to run at Carbine. 3 dead. Take it, car 3. Even if they spawn basement and go front base, there's no way they can shoot me. And this, I don't even think I take any damage on this flag run right here. It's just, it's a no-brainer to me to run the flag Carbine more often than running it pink. I'm not saying pink isn't a situational run that you can employ if you have a guy on P3 and you get a call that they're blocking the Carbine spawns. It just, you have way more cover and you're way more protected on the Carbine side. Just as a little bit of an ego trip here as well, I've included this clip where all of my teammates are dead and they're flooding our base. I just want to show you guys how the Carbine run can even be used to distract the enemy team. I'm just waiting for them to pull my flag, and then immediately I go for the Carbine run. No way that they can catch me and get the flag back across the map. I'm telling you guys, Carbine run is the #1 flag run you should be using on Heretic flag. It's a no-brainer to me. I actually wanted to try and get you guys some footage of a successful pink side flag run. Out of the 4 games in my recent history from hardcore high-level gameplay, 0 flag captures came from the pink side of the map. Now, that's not to say the pink side can be a viable route. If you have a guy on P3 shooting down into basement, you can take the flag up to P2. It makes way more sense to take it up here, where there is way more cover than down low. The only places players can really shoot you from if you take it P2 is cross map, where likely they're not going to take you down. So there you have it, folks. I know it might have seemed like I was cherry picking examples, but you could go in any pro stream and any level 50 hardcore Heretic flag gameplay and see that the majority of the successful flag caps come from the Carbine side of the map. If you disagree with me, of course, please leave a comment below. I love seeing your guys' interactions on videos. I know a couple of you guys have commented on my stream highlights already. I appreciate that very much. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up. And my question to you is, first of all, what do you want to see next? Is there a game type in hardcore that you are struggling with? If so, please drop it in the comments below. I'll see what I can do to impart some knowledge. And thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.